Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello and assalamu alaikum viewers. My name is Abida Said Freelancing Wali and I am a level 1 student at Rehan School Islamabad campus. As you know viewers, when we come at the show of an interview, we have a different guest with us. Today we are also in an interview. Today we are a very special guest with us. Name is Madelaine. Today we will learn about his life journey. So let's start. First of all, Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much for allowing me to be interviewed by you. It's so lovely. I feel very honored.
Okay, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
Okay, I am also great. So my first question is, please introduce yourself for my audience.
I'm Dr. Reverend Madelaine Gomes. I am a spiritual coach, basically, helping people finding their purpose and healing their trauma or whatever it might be that they are struggling with.
Okay, that's great. So my next question is, please tell me that what inspired you to become a keynote speaker?
Well, it just happened. I was invited many years ago to talk about my life. I never actually put it out there, I never advertise. And I gave my first talk at the Society for the Blind. And that was the start. And from there, the doors just opened, and I became one of the top 20 spiritual speakers for the International Human Rights Commission in 2020, I think it was. And since then, I'm just speaking on stages, on the radio, and everywhere.
Okay, that's great. That's very interesting. So my next question is, how did you upbringing shape who you are today?
Sorry, I couldn't hear
I'm
that.
I'm saying that I repeat my question. I'm saying that what motivates you to healing work?
To do my work.
Yeah.
Um, it was also, it found me. I didn't decide to do this. I went through tremendous trauma in my life. And through that, I wanted to heal myself and I wanted to find out how can I become better. And I started to study what I studied, and that led me to my career. I was actually formerly in business before. I was a director of a company before.
Okay, that is very interesting. So my next question is, who were your biggest role model growing up?
I had no role models because I grew up in a domestic violent home. My father was an alcoholic, and I grew up in very difficult circumstances. So I had to motivate myself that one day I am not going to repeat the cycle. I'm not going to become this, I'm going to become better. And that's all I had, is that vision to become better.
Okay, that's great. So my next question is, how do you define luxury healing?
How do I define
Luxury healing.
a luxury healing? You know, people don't want to heal because they get comfortable in their pain. So it's a luxury to heal. How deep must you go into the tunnel to be able to get to the point where you say, help me? And that's what I call luxury healing. It's like I developed a method called I Am Possible, where I help people to heal very quickly. They heal, they transform, and they start a new life very quickly through all my experiences working with people and my own experience. And to me, that is a beautiful luxury to have today. Instead of living in pain, we make that choice and we can change our lives.
Okay, that's great, Madeline. So my next question is, what does carries much and choice more mean to you?
Sorry, what does?
I repeat my question. What does carries much and choice more mean to you?
I couldn't hear that. Sorry. I don't
Okay.
have a good connection, but I couldn't hear that.
Okay, I don't worry. I repeat my question. I'm saying that how do you balance your personal and professional life?
Oh, well, my my work is my purpose. My purpose is my life. So it's part of me wherever I go in my personal life as well as my professional life. This is who I am. I don't even think of a balance. This is what I do all the time. To me, it's not work. It's something I truly love. I write books, I help people, I mentor people. I'm busy making appointments to speak at universities about mindset. So to me, it's my passion. I can do it 24 hours a day. I don't get tired of it. And it's just who I am. So I don't need a personal life and a professional life. It's just what I am.
Okay, that's great. So my next question is, what is your favorite memory from childhood?
My favorite memory is lying outside and looking at the stars. And I felt so connected to the stars when I was lying on the grass looking up, so innocent. And that was my getaway, my go to, and my favorite memory. And I often think about it still.
Okay, that's great, Madelaine. So my next question is, what qualities do you value most in yourself?
My qualities that I value most and that I actually developed over years is to be totally true to myself, to be honest so that people can trust me, to be transparent without hurting people, and that's the qualities that I developed that I need in my work as well. For people to trust me and to look up to me as their mentor and their healer. So I want to be honest. I want to be transparent. I want to be the person that they can trust. And those qualities are important to me.
Okay, that's great. So my next question is, how has living in Cape Town influenced your work?
Sorry, how has what influenced my work?
I'm saying, how has living in Cape Town influenced your work?
Uh, Um, I worked around it because I'm working online, so I can work with anyone around the world. So it's not affecting or influencing my work. Although
Okay.
I am putting this year, I'm getting involved in more community work here in Cape Town, into schools, into the communities, teaching more I am possible, and so on. But I do the same work online as well.
Okay, that's great. So my next question is, what inspired you to become a keynote speaker?
A keynote speaker, I love speaking and I love to touch the audience hearts and bring a message across that will change their lives, that will allow them to think of it, to think outside the box, that will lead them into a situation where they think, I'm worthy of more. I don't need to be the victim. And that inspires me to be a keynote speaker.
Okay, that's great, Madelaine. Your journey is very inspiring. I love your journey. Thanks.
Thank you.
So my next question is, how did you start your career in handling in and coaching?
In my coaching,
And yes.
it also just found me years ago when I had my business, I was already coaching. I was coaching unemployed truck drivers how to become better in themselves so that they can be better employees. So the coaching is actually just part of who I am. In those years, we didn't call it coaching. We didn't call it healing. So I didn't know that's what I was doing. And only later when internet came out, I realized that I'm doing this already. So it found me, I started to do it way before it was online.
Okay, that's great, Madelaine. So, my next question is please tell me, our audience, can you share a defined moment in your career?
My defined moment became I was the director of a company and I went through tremendous trauma. I became a victim of organized crime. When I had to close my company and move away from my home, I lost everything. I was extremely bitter, and I was bitter for a couple of years about all my losses. And then the defining moment came when I realized I cannot let this experience define me. I have to take the courage and step through into my next chapter and realize that my chapter is not going to be the same as the one I knew it. So I have to have the courage and the faith and the trust to take it step by step, and the path will just open in front of me. And the defining moment was when I realized that I am here to help people. It's not about money, it's not about status, it's my purpose. That's my career. And that shifted everything in me about my career.
Okay, that's great, interesting, Madeleine. So, my next question is how do you prepare for a keynote speech?
Well, they normally give me a topic unless they ask me what topic you want to talk about. But they give me a topic and I will sit on it and I will make a couple of notes of what's important about this topic. Then, what is the message that I want to bring across? And what is the feelings that I want people to feel while I'm talking to them? And that's it. I don't write out speeches, I don't read speeches. I just have a framework in my mind and then I speak. And it's like the message is coming through me.
Okay, that's great, Madeleine. So, my next question is how do you success in your work, in your career, in your education?
I couldn't hear that. Sorry. How?
I'm saying that how do you success in your work, in your career?
In my career. How do I succeed? Is that what you ask?
Yes, yes, you are right.
I don't actually think about that. To me, it's not about success. It's about doing what I love and seeing how it changes people's lives. So if I work with somebody and I mentor them and they've gone through trauma and they start to see the light and feel better about themselves and they choose a career, then I know that we've reached a point that changed their lives. To me, that's what I'm thinking about. I never think about success. I think about how can I be the difference.
Okay, that's great, Madeline. So, my next question is what challenge did you face in building your brand?
What change?
I'm saying what challenge did you face in your life?
I faced many challenges. My life is one big challenge. Um, I grew up in a very toxic environment, and I had a very difficult childhood. I had an okay adulthood and a career. I had a fantastic career, and then my private life fell apart. My brother passed away. My husband passed away. My father passed away and I lost my business. And then the last little bits of my belongings burned down during COVID when we had the political looting. So I ended up with nothing. So I had to face a lot of challenges and overcome a lot of challenges.
Okay, so my next question is how do you connect with your audience?
I connect with my audience through eye contact, through speaking at heart level to them, not speaking over them, not speaking in a language that they don't get or don't understand, in higher words or terms that they don't understand. And I bring my message across at the level that they're at.
Okay, that's great. Interesting, Madeleine. So, my next question is, what is your biggest lesson you learn in your life?
My biggest lesson in life is although we think we can control life, we cannot control life. So we might as well let it controls go, live by faith, and take the opportunities that comes to you. Never say no to a good opportunity.
Okay, that's great, Madeleine. So, my next question is, why did you choose business coaching at university?
I did a business coaching course at university just to have the framework for business coaching because I've got a formal business background, being a director of a company for so long, and I had the career in business for a very long time. I'm still an advisory on boards for businesses, but obviously the healing and transformation is where my passion is.
Okay, so my next question is, please tell me that what key skill did you gain from your studies?
My metaphysical studies or my business studies? Which one?
Okay,
Which studies?
uh, your uh, coaching.
My coaching studies.
Yes,
It gives you a framework. If you ever want to become a coach, you must have
yes.
a framework of understanding where to start, what's in the middle, and what do you want to achieve at the end of the day. But you must also have the knowledge of what you are coaching. A lot of people coach these days, say they coach business, but they've never been in business. We cannot coach something we don't know. We cannot coach people that we don't have the experience from, because then that is just book knowledge. Book knowledge gives you the system, but it doesn't give you the wisdom. Coaching and mentorship is extremely important to understand that you are actually accessing that person's life. They're looking up to you for advice, for guidance. So, coaching, studying coaching is a good thing, it's never bad. But when you decide what do you coach, it must be aligned with your own passion. It must be aligned with your experience so that you can have authority in what you are saying.
Okay, that's great, Madeleine. So my next question is, which teacher influenced you the most?
Sorry, who?
Which teacher influenced you the most?
I couldn't hear that. I only
I'm
hear
asking the
which
teacher.
engineer. Which?
Which teacher you most the like?
Teacher. Oh, teacher.
Yeah.
I don't really have a teacher, to be quite honest. You know, I listen to everybody and I'm open to everybody and I learn from everybody. So I don't have a favorite teacher or somebody that I keep on going back to. But the person I used for my studies is Greg Braden. Do you know Greg Braden?
Okay, that's great, Madeleine. So my next question is, what does healing mean to you?
What does?
What does healing mean to you?
Healing.
Yeah.
Oh, healing means that we take the wounds that's holding us, we identify what is holding us back, negative beliefs, negative thoughts, trauma wounds, and how can we turn that into positives that can actually serve us instead of holding us back. That to me is the ultimate of healing. If you can take your trauma roots and your negative beliefs, I'm not good enough, I'm not loved, I've been abandoned as a child, If you take those beliefs and you turn it around into wisdom so that they serve you and not put you in victimhood, to me, that's healing.
Okay, so my next question is what do you define energy work?
I'm losing you again.
I'm saying that how do you define energy work? What is energy work?
Energy work is the energy we exchange. So when a person comes to me, they're normally broken. My clients, they feel broken somewhere along the line. And I can read their energy by looking at the face, listening to the voice, the tone of their voice. And that is what we need to change. So that to me, I start to work on that and get them in a better space, better energy, more positive, so that when they go out, they create more positivity with their energy.
Okay, that's great, Madelaine. So my next question is how do you help women to feel our helmet?
How do I help women to feel?
Our helmet.
I couldn't hear that.
I repeat my question. I'm saying that how do you help women?
Oh, how do I help women?
Yeah.
Women are the emotional pillar of a household, of a business, of a school. Wherever women go, they are the emotional pillar. Men are mental, so they think, women feel. We need both to make a balanced decision. We need both in every home. We need both in every business. I help women to reconnect with themselves because over years, women have lost that sense of feeling. They were forced to compete. They're forced to be in their power. They're forced to fight for themselves. I believe we don't need to force to fight anymore. If you stand in your power, you're confident, you love what you're doing, and you become that pillar of strength, then you are already there. And I'm helping women to achieve that, to step into their purpose, to be more powerful through their purpose, through their confidence, and not be this powerhouse that they think they should be.
Okay, that's great. This is very interesting thing you give our audience. So my next question is, what role does mindfulness play in your work?
Mindfulness,
Yes.
everything. Mindfulness is extremely important because mindfulness, you are aware of who you are. You are aware of your thoughts. You are aware of when you speak to people, it's got power. When you speak about yourself, it has power. It creates your reality. To me, that is mindfulness. Mindfulness is to be calm in the inside, to think before you speak, to be in control of yourself as most as we can. And that creates a different world around us. So it's very important.
Okay, that's great, Madeleine. So my next question is, what challenge did you face as female entrepreneur?
Big challenge. I was in a male industry working with truck drivers who's just men, working in the transport industry who's just men. I was the only woman. In the beginning, they didn't take me seriously. In the beginning, they thought it's not going to last. It lasted 20 years and it was a success. And eventually, I had to prove myself. But when I proved myself that I know about business, I know what I'm talking about, plus I'm bringing you the best truck drivers in the world, it changed everything for me. So, us women, we still need to prove ourselves. But once you've proven yourself, men respect you and the whole world change around you.
Okay, that's great, Madeleine. So So my next question is, how do you market your healing services?
I don't really market it. I do post every day to create awareness and to bring the message out there. But people find me by word of mouth and they contact me that way, and then I set up appointments with them.
Okay, that's great, Madelaine. So my next question is, what advice would you give women starting their own business?
Be aligned with your purpose. Don't start a business thinking, oh, somebody else is doing that. It looks like they're doing well. They're making the money. I'm going to do the same. No, 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 no. Wrong. We all have an idea that's been given to us divinely. That idea is your idea. The seed is already planted in you. The way you should nurture that seed to become the tree that grows the fruit is already in you. Don't copy and paste. Be unique, be yourself, be genuine. Learn everything about business, understand business because it's extremely important. You can have the best product, but if you don't understand business and you don't understand who your real client is, it's not going to sell. But it starts with your purpose. Who are you? Because you become the business. It's not the other way around. You exchange your energy into that business, and that business exchange its energy into the service that you provide or the product. So make sure that you are aligned mindset wise with that. Then you will not fail.
Okay, so Madeleine, my last question is, how do you define leadership in your organization?
Leadership is extremely important because you lead others to their success, not your success. We share a vision, we share a mission, we share values. But you need to lead others to feel successful in themselves, and then they make you successful. And that's leadership. Is you lead through setting an example, you lead through teaching others to be the best version of themselves, and then you will succeed with them.
Okay, Madeleine. So please give me advice, some advice for viewers.
Advice, I would say always know yourself. It starts with that. If you know your strengths, you know your weaknesses, you know your skills, you know your purpose, you know your passion, that's a very good start. If you don't know those, you're going to go here, you're going to go there, you're going to try this, you're going to try that. You're not going to find anything that you like. It's because you don't know yourself. So, first of all, make a list of that, and then you decide from here, I built my foundation.
So, Madeleine, thank you very much for coming. You are our show. So, viewers, was our interview. You must have liked it very much. See you in the next interview. Till then, Allah Hafiz, Pakistan, Zindabad, Rehan School, Zindabad. Allah Hafiz, Madeleine.
Thank you, Abira. Love you.